I don't make videos that pander to the algorithm. Guess what? It's that time of the fortnight again, where we get to read an entire script out loud, possibly unedited. Possibly, depending on how I feel in a moment when I've run out of time. But check out this dugong. Looks weird, doesn't it? Anyway, so we're going to record a script here called Sports Ball. It's going to be amazing. Now, I've got to make sure that I get my face right up into this microphone here. Oh, and we have to check the audio just to make sure it's working. Check. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Sports Ball! The starting action is Cass is watching the goalkeeper and Simon kicks the ball into own face. That's smacking in the face bit there. Okay. We know nothing about sports. After we had kids, we always knew the time would come when the girls would start asking the hard questions. Like, Daddy, where do babies come from? Why can't you hear what I'm thinking in my head? What is a baby flamingo called? How do you spell consciousness? Wait. What even is consciousness? Pause for fatherly existential crisis. But we were not prepared for the sports ball questions. So this is the really Australian commentator voice that I'm trying to get into. Welcome back to the trickiest game of the season. In the blue corner, we have Cassie and Simon, the underprepared parents. And in the red corner, we have Joe and Fee, the overly curious 6-year-old twins. Stay tuned to see how the game plays out. Welcome back to the trickiest game of the season. In the blue corner, we have Cassie and Simon, the underprepared parents. And in the red corner, we have Joe and Fee, the overly curious 6-year-old twins. The grass is shining, the sun is singing. Stay tuned to see how the game plays out. Before we get started, just let me give you a little bit of background of my extensive experience of team ball sports. Or any sport for that matter. I got nothing. I have absolutely no memory of playing any kind of organised sports until I was a teenager. Oh, wait. I do remember playing Excitebike on my Nintendo NES when I was about 8 at my uncle's place. Does that count? Excusi. Buenos dias, señor noches. Oh, wait. I did play Excitebike on my Nintendo NES when I was 8. Does that count? But even without any experience, I knew sports was something I would never excel at. One time, my friend Josh took me fishing. I mean, as far as sports go, you would think that would be hard to be bad at. In case you're unfamiliar with the sport of fishing, you stick a hook on a string, throw it into the water, and then you wait. That's it. Just waiting. So much waiting. Oh my god, this is boring. While my friend Josh reeled in fish after fish, I caught absolutely nothing. But I did discover a great way to get horrendously sunburned, and that I can't stand the smell or taste or feel or sound, and that I can't stand the smell or taste or feel or sight or sound of fish. Lessons were learned that day, but mostly I learned that I'm not even good at playing the fishing. Anyway, back to the sports ball questions. We were driving to the beach for a mini holiday, and we needed to stop for a toilet break. When we arrived at the public toilets, they happened to be next to a place where sports happen. There were hundreds of people. Some were sitting on seats, some were eating sausages, some were running around tackling each other on the grass, and one was even dressed as a giant chicken. We finally found a car park, went to the toilet, and were on our way again. And that was when the questions started. Not the fun questions, but the sports ball kinds of questions. Bing bing! Round 1. Mummy, Daddy, what sport were those people playing? Oh, that's easy. They were playing football. You mean rugby? Yes, I guess they were playing rugby. What do you mean you guess? Well, there are different kinds of football, like union and league and AFL and touch. Oh, and in other countries, soccer is called football. They were playing the one with the tackling and the oval ball. So they are playing with an oval ball on an oval? Yes. Does that mean that you can only play soccer with a round ball on a circle? No. That oval was actually round like a circle, but it's still called an oval. I think all sports grounds are called ovals, and they usually always just play in a rectangle that they paint on the oval that is actually round, like a circle. Why is it called an oval if it's actually a circle and then they play on a rectangle? Why is it called an oval if it's actually a circle and they play in a rectangle? Hey Siri, why are sports fields called ovals? It would seem a new contestant has just entered the ring. Everyone put their hands together for Siri.
A sports ground in Australia is typically a large rounded shaped grass surface. It is usually a modified cricket field, hence it is commonly known as an oval.
Side note, in the process of recording this video, we also discovered that in America, the patch of earth that is dedicated to a variety of sporting activities is commonly referred to as a field or a pitch, and the term oval is used solely for the purpose of describing the shape of the president's office? Huh? Back to the game. So, what's with the tackling? Don't people get hurt? Oh yes, it's actually quite dangerous and often results in head injuries, ligament damage, bone fractures, concussions, sprained ankles, pulled hamstrings, kneecaps bursting, muscle strains, Achilles tendonitis, and dislocated shoulders. But it's fun, I guess. When I was in high school, my friends convinced me to play rugby at lunchtime. Even though I had absolutely no athletic ability, I was somewhat larger than the other kids, so they thought I would be an asset to their game. We weren't actually allowed to play tackle football at school, so we spent most of the lunch pretending we were playing a gentle, innocent game of touch football, until the teachers turned their backs, and then we would charge headfirst at each other, and sometimes there was a ball involved. One day, we were a little too enthusiastic, and someone's knee or elbow or head collided with my leg, and I ended up with a corked thigh. And man, did it hurt! But instead of going to sickbay, I hobbled back to class, pretending I was fine, so we wouldn't get in trouble for killing each other at lunchtime. Whilst it has become clear to everyone that I wasn't very good at, and didn't really enjoy team sports, the one thing that I did enjoy as a kid was the amazing sport of drawing. This video is brought to you by Envelope of Awesome. Do you have a child like me who can barely run, but loves to be creative and draw pictures? Then Envelope of Awesome is the perfect gift. Every month, Cass and I create a unique pack full of fun creative activities for creative kids like yours to enjoy. I might not be good at playing football, badminton, or rhythmic gymnastics, but I am extremely good at drawing robots. Use code ISuckAtSport for 25% off your first envelope at www.envelopeofawesome.com. After lunch, I sat quietly through a double maths class only to discover my leg had swollen up to twice its usual size. And I also started hallucinating from the pain, which was amazing. It was the end of the day, so my poor confused math teacher wheeled me out on the corridor looking for help. Not only was I larger than most of the students in high school, but I was also larger than most of the teachers. Cass happened to be walking past, and our teacher asked her to go and find my mum and my principal. And coincidentally, this was the first day that I really talked to Cass. Yes, it's a pity. Fortunately, I didn't get detention, but I did learn the most valuable lesson of my life. Never play sports ball again. Wait, that's not a really good lesson to teach our kids. Not all sports are dangerous. I mean, I played netball for years and it's a non-contact sport. Hey Siri, what are the most common injuries in netball?
The most common injuries occurring in the sport of netball include, but are not limited to, ankle sprains, knee injuries including ACL tears, finger injuries, dislocations, and fractures, lower back pain, shin splints, Achilles tendonitis, hamstring strains, quadriceps strains, calf strains, groin strains, wrist sprains, shoulder dislocations, rotator cuff injuries, concussions, and bruises, and contusions resulting from in-game falls.
Okay, bad example. Ding ding, round 2. Let's see how the second round plays out. So are there any sports when you don't get hurt? Hey Siri, what are the safest sports to play?
Sports that have the lowest risk of injury when played correctly and with the proper equipment include swimming, golf and tennis.
I guessed golf and tennis were pretty tame sports, unless you combine the two, like I did. Imagine, if you will, going on a 3-day boys-only bonding weekend with your in-laws. Have I mentioned before that Cass has a giant family? We're talking about 40 or more mostly drunk cousins. And by mostly drunk, I mean completely drunk cousins who actually enjoy both playing and watching team sports balls. Anyway, the sport of choice for this particular masculinity-filled drunk weekend is golf. And like fishing, I soon discovered that 1, it involves a lot of waiting around, and 2, I'm very bad at it. Oh my god, it's so boring. But then I had an ingenious idea. When it was finally my turn to whack the tiny white dimpled sports ball, I would throw the golf ball up into the air and hit as hard as I could with the golf stick, just like a tennis serve. And it turned out I was actually pretty good at that. So here we all were, happily drinking and laughing and smacking the tiny white balls, until I misjudged my swing and the extremely hard golf ball bounced back and smacked me directly in the face, right above my eye. Fun fact, head injuries bleed a lot. 1 extremely swollen eye later, a lot of band-aids, and some concerned in-laws, I was banned from playing the golf. And once again, I learned that very valuable lesson of life. Never play sports ball again. To be fair, Siri did say when played correctly and with the proper equipment.
Cass is correct.
But seriously, sports are great, and if you can't play them, a lot of people who aren't me enjoy watching other people play them. Ding ding, round 3. Let's see what happens with this exciting conclusion in round 3. But Daddy, why was one dressed as a chicken? Oh, he was just the mascot. So the teams are usually named after an animal, like the Bulldogs or the Swans or the Northwest Illawarra Southampton Portsmouth Club of United Emerald Penguins. You just made that up. I'm pretty sure there are no penguins. So it's the mascot's job to encourage team spirit and boost morale and distract everyone from the aftermath of the inevitable injuries. I hope the Penguins win. Hey Siri, are there any sports teams named after penguins?
Here's what I found on the web for short schemes claim drafted engines.
This brings us to the conclusion of the game with a clear loser. Come back next week where Cass and Simon try and explain the UFC to the twins. Woo! 17 minutes that took. This is going to be a fun one to animate. Anyway, sports balls. Let me play you a tune. Just to end this video, well, let's play some sports ball tunes because I have this thing. And anyway, this video's been going on. If you're still here, you are one special person. Or 2 special people. I don't know how many people. Are you special? I'm special. We're all special. Okay, guess the tune. Yeah, you got it. That's right. Whatever you said, that's correct. I got a slinky. Yay! Anyway, thank you so much for breathing. And remember, be kind, be curious, and stay awesome.